This is August 8th, 2022. I'm here with Carolyn Weathers for Your Vote, Your Voice. Carolyn has agreed to present her thoughts, ideas regarding this recent decision, Roe v. Wade. Thank you, Carolyn, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Always. You're welcome.
My name is Carolyn Weathers. I'm a retired librarian with the city of Los Angeles. I'm a writer, an activist with Jenny Wren, an ex-publisher. We had a book publishing company. And I have, I'm just livid about this Roe versus Wade and overturning it. I'm livid a lot because of the stacking of the Supreme Court that's going on. And like Indiana went ahead and passed this strict abortion bill, even after this 10-year-old Indiana girl had to travel to another state for her abortion after she was raped. That just blows me away. And I also know that there are many people in Indiana, perhaps even in the legislature, who are opposed to this as well. If Indiana would only do a vote the way Kansas did, I think they would find, as most states would, that most people support it. So the will of the people is being taken away, which is very dangerous. In many ways, democracy is in danger now. But that's just an example of it. And there's one thing that just tickles me to pieces, though. In Indiana, when they were about to pass this ban, I have his name here. He's a representative from in the legislature in Indiana. And he's Representative John L. Bartlett of Indiana said that he thought he tried to push through a ban on erectile dysfunction medications, saying that if the unwed state is an act of God, then so is what's the word? Damn. If you can't get a hard on, then that must be God's will too. It didn't pass though, but he wanted to add that to the bill, that it takes two to do this, and men shouldn't get off so free. I wish I could think of that word. It's so easy. But anyway, whatever erectile dysfunction is for, if you're impotent, well, hey, it must be God's will, okay? You can't get these erectile dysfunction drugs. I'm glad he brought it up anyway. Maybe give some right-wingers a little bit of a thought, or but I don't think they do. There was some representative of some other state who recently said, because he's one of those ultra-right Christian nationalists, that he was so glad, and women and girls all over the country should be glad, because now they can all become the mothers they are meant to be. This is so medieval. This is so backtracking, and it's against the will of the people. In San Clemente, California, which is a very conservative place, there are still a lot of people who are pro-choice. But recently, one of the city councilmen wanted the city council to put out this resolution that we're a sanctity of life city here. That we, just make it official. And other council people said, I mean, come on, we have real things to worry about. We have homelessness, blah, 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 blah. This is just like a cheap political show. So they scrapped it. This is ridiculous. Don't do this. Even the ones who are opposed to abortions. Oh, come on, don't do this. So they're not going to do it. Most of all, I am livid at Barack Obama. In 2007, he made a campaign promise to Planned Parenthood that he would codify Roe versus Wade. This is so important, reproductive rights. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And he didn't do it. It was a campaign promise that he broke. And to me, out of all the people who could have stopped this catastrophe that has happened, it was Barack Obama. He had the Democrats had a majority in the Senate and the House. No threat of the filibuster. It could have happened so easily. Biden would have had a harder time because the Republicans controlled the Senate. And I just never forgive him. And he has gotten a lot of flack. And there was the one person in history who could have stopped it was Barack Obama, and he didn't. And I'll never see him the same again. I cannot forgive him for this. Um, in the 70s, I was in the lesbian feminist, and I marched, to get abortion legal, marched for it. And to watch this happen, but I have watched it happen. I watched it happen starting in 1980 when Reagan was elected. My sister and some friends and I went out into the backyard and held a funeral for the end of social progress. This seems so far back in time to people, but you must pay attention to your history. Because when Reagan was elected, that is when the Republican Party started to suck up to the fringe element of the religious right for votes. The religious right did it for power, and it's worked. They used to be a fringe element. These people who are saying, you can be the mother you were meant to be, little girls, were fringe elements when I grew up in Texas. And look what's happened. They've become so empowered. This is how this has come to be. I've watched it happen. And I heard some people way back in time say, oh, they're not going to do that. They're not going to get rid of Roe versus Wade. It's okay to vote for them. They're not going to do that. Well, that's bullshit. They've told us all along what they would do. Be careful who you vote for. Be very careful who you vote for. And Democrats, for God's sake, get out and vote, okay? I don't have a lot of patience with Democrats who don't vote. If Democrats would vote, Republicans would never win, I don't think. So basically, I'm just so angry at how this was allowed to happen and how it was not stopped. And I'm 82, so I remember the days when, there wasn't safe legal abortion. And again, it just makes me so angry because most people in this country support it. So why is not the will of the people being done here? I'm just going to start going over and over again if I keep on. But basically, that pretty much says it. I hardly have the words for this. And contraception, they're going to go after contraception. They will. This is not a joke, everybody. This is what they will do. If given the power, if people vote for them. And what are we going to do if the Republicans, no matter what, help push this through? You would think, I would have thought that anybody who is opposed to abortion would also be supportive of contraception, but they're not. This is about more than having babies. That's it.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you.